Guys, before we get there, I just want to acknowledge, I know that some of you have been really, really struggling. I know that the ads have been super expensive and ROAS has been down. Some of you have been like, oh, I'm so stuck in a rut. I've tried everything. Like, I honestly don't know what to do next. And on top of that, guys, iOS 14 has hit us in early April, right? So kind of like, I'm sure some of you are feeling like, oh my God, it's already been really, really hard before. And now it's gone like even harder. So if that's you, just comment below and let me know. Like if you think that it was already hard and it's got even harder, let me know, because I just want to acknowledge you for that. And I want to say that I know it's been hard, and it's been hard before. And then with the iOS 14 changes, it affected us really badly too. And I just want to acknowledge you for that. And and I want to kind of talk you a little bit through the journey of what we've done since all of those changes came into place. And first, when iOS 14 hit and we started to see like, oh my God, we had troubles with audiences, and ROAS was really down, and just things were just off. When it's like off, you're like, this used to work this way, but it just doesn't work that way anymore. And so I started to test all of these different things and started to do research, and starting to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on testing these few different things. And some of them worked somewhat, and those of you guys who've been in my community for a little bit longer, you know that some of them worked somewhat, or worked for some of you, and there was like audience differences and a few little tips and tricks and things like that, or hacks if you like, but it just wasn't like a sustaining solution. And that's when I was like, hang on a minute, but we're talking about $4.8 trillion industry. Like e-commerce is literally on steroids. We are expecting the biggest holiday seasons in sales. And I was like, oh my God, there's $2.7 billion users on Facebook who are scrolling every single day and who are getting the ads whether they like it or not. Like, how come? Like, I was like pulling my hair out. I was like, oh my God, how come? And so that's when I was like, well, hang on a minute, Sylvia, put it together. We've got thousands and thousands of online stores in our community. And I started to dig and started to research. And what I found out was that, and this is actually pretty interesting, is that while so many online retailers were affected by that change, there was probably 1 out of 10 that was totally unaffected. Like no change whatsoever, and kept hitting like record sales and just going up and up and up, and ridiculous ROAS. I'll show you all of these examples inside the 5-day challenge. And I was like, okay, there is something in here. There is something that these guys are doing that the rest of us were not doing, that was getting them that huge, amazing result. And so I started to like contact all of these guys and put it all together. Like, what did you do? How did you do it? All of that. And oh my God, like I really saw the patterns. So there's some certain patterns between what those guys are doing really, really well, even post the iOS 14 are doing, and the people who aren't. And the result of all of that research and the result of analyzing all of those results and the patterns brought me to conclusion that the way, guys, we used to know e-commerce, the way e-commerce used to work, that unfortunately doesn't apply anymore. I kind of, really need to say that, like the way we used to run e-commerce, that way is gone, like that's dead, right? So let me kind of talk you a little bit through how we used to do that. We used to do some like simple targeting, even a simple targeting with a simple ad combined with that Facebook algorithm magic. I call it Facebook algorithm magic, with little sparkles, because nobody really knew how that works. And with some basic economics, like, just understanding basic numbers, like obviously that you need to sell the product for more that you acquired it for. So just basic economics. That was giving us the ability to turn traffic into sales. Not always profit, but, predictably traffic into sales. And so with few little tweaks, we were able to run a profitable growing business. But unfortunately, that doesn't work anymore. And the reason why it doesn't work anymore, because that that Facebook magic, the way we used to know it predictably, those audiences, the way how Facebook searches for the audiences that are right for you, that is gone, right? And even this morning, like the whole Facebook outage, like we just cannot be giving ourselves to that algorithm so much anymore as we used to. And therefore, you know, through analyzing all these new patterns, I, you know, was like, oh my God, but there is this new way. This is how we can do it. And then, you know, I spent literally the last few months testing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on this method. And like, oh my God, it works. It's amazing. So the new way how we're going to do that, and this is what I'm going to walk you through step by step during our 5-day challenge, is essentially that we still do ads, but we do them intelligently. And what that really means, we're going to go through that step by step. So I'm just going to put here intelligent ads. And we combine that with not basic economics, but intelligent economics. So we're going to look at some rules that really will allow you to grow your brand and have that profitable, thriving business, and that business that will allow you to have that freedom that you've always wanted. So intelligent economics. And this way, you know, you're not just gonna be able to have sales, but you actually will get a blueprint on how to make sure that you always turn profit. So that's super exciting, right? And so because it's intelligent ads and intelligent economics, I don't even call this e-commerce anymore, because it's like, no, e-commerce, like that part is just, you know, the way we used to do it doesn't work anymore. So because of that, I refer to this as intelligent commerce, because really online commerce is just commerce these days. So this is intelligent commerce, or intelligent commerce, or I also refer to that this is i-commerce. I-commerce, essentially intelligent commerce. We're just going to do things a little bit differently and bid more intelligently with a blueprint over the 5 days. So I'm super excited about that. Anyway, let me know, comment below if you're excited about that too. Yeah, we're gonna share this with you step by step. But before we do that, I just want to kind of point out and make it clear who does this work for and who does this doesn't work for, right? So you guys know that I'm passionate about helping you build your business, build your brand, build your profitable and sustainable business so that you have that freedom that you've always wanted. But those of you guys who don't care about your customers, like if you don't care about your customers and if you just want to sell junk, and you are not really attached to your business, or you are not passionate about your product, honestly, this is not going to work. Okay, so this is specifically for those guys who are brand builders, who are passionate about the customers, who are product makers, and who really want to take their business to the next level and build that profitable and sustainable business.